Good evening, everyone. How are you all? My name is Tony Darrick, and this is the How to Craft Network Studio. Look at you all chatting amongst yourselves. It's lovely to have your company. So this is the wonderful channel that I love, you love, for inspirational content, crafty chats, giveaways, questions, answers, techniques. Got it all going on. So we are live at 8 o'clock in the UK every Monday, and you need to come and say hello. You need to share it with your friends because it's a wonderful place to come, and we love to share the love of craft. And that's it. Now I can go home. I'll see you later. I'm all joking. Now I have just done a live over on YouTube at 2 p.m. Eastern time for our fabulous HSN followers. I'm telling you guys, I have had some new ladies on this evening. Some of them might have hopped across, might not have. I've had some lovely ladies on this evening talking to me about craft, telling me about their home, telling me about snow, the sun, product, asking questions. It's been wonderful, let me tell you. So if you do see any of them in this group, make sure we give them a big shout out and welcome them to the channel, and vice versa. If you are from the USA, please let us know. UK, if you've got a story to tell, let's hear it this evening. But I do have a great show this evening. Now, I have a product preview, brand new products this evening to show you. And I am on TV tomorrow on Create and Craft in the UK at 4 p.m, 8 p.m, 8 a.m. So 3 live shows, 4 p.m. an hour, 8 p.m. an hour, and 8 a.m. an hour. With, guess what? Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. With some quattro-dee about time. I've only been waiting like months. So quattro-dee is our wonderful concept we've done for about a year and 6 months, year and 4 months, something like that. And basically it's that 4-stage process that gives you that 3D embellishment, shop bought embellishment. And I have 2 brand new designs to showcase this evening. Now you're all probably sat there going, Tony, why are you in Studio 1? Why am I not in Studio 3? We do love Studio 3. I can actually sit down and craft. However, Studio 3 is having a makeover. Watch this space. So we're doing something a little bit special. So for the time being, back in Studio 1, Studio 3, something's happening in Studio 3, something for you to all get excited about. I can't tell you much more. Zip it. Throw away the key. Until 5 minutes, then I can't hold my own water, and I'll tell you everything. I'm only joking. So if you can like and share, if you can actually like this video as well, that would be wonderful. That lets me know that people like what I'm doing. And if you're not a subscriber, click that subscribe button. And if you are able, make sure you share into all of the groups that you're allowed. No, please don't get in bother. I hear the horror stories. People accidentally sharing in groups. People do get nacked about it. So please make sure if you share in a group that group is allowing the sharing of craft. Because some groups do not, let me tell you. So do not get in trouble. But if you can share, that would be wonderful. Right, so shall we show you the new? I'm going to show you how they work as well, which I think is fabulous. So let's do a little bit of a shout out. Pam Simpson. All your studios muddle me up. Well, all you've got to look at it is, Pam, is Studio 3 is when I need a rest. I want to sit down. I don't want it as bright as it is in here. And normally we do demos and a product preview. Studio 1 should be me selling products, but I'm never selling products. I'm just demonstrating all of the time. So it's a bit of an eclectic mix. But yeah, Studio 3 is having a bit of a makeover. We're updating the technology in there as well. So it's going to be wonderful. Michaela, hi sweetheart, Donna, Lorna, Angela, Hillary, Julie, Philippa. Am I missing any comments on it? Crikey, there's tons of you on. Lovely to have your company. Thank you so much. Crikey. So I'm going to give away one of the quattro-dee new ones live in the show. And then I'm going to give one quattro-dee if you pop a comment after I go off air. I think most of you do know the rules in relation to giveaways. Basically, if you can, like, share, comment, we love you to do so. But if you can't, we're not precious about it. It doesn't rule you out of the giveaway because we appreciate people have privacy settings, do not want to share, etc., etc. So we do pick a winner at random. But if you can share the love of craft, we do appreciate it. Now, from my last show, if I do have any of our HSN ladies that have jumped across, I did forget to shout the winner out. I did pop it in the comments, but the comments have now dropped off. So I'm just going to tell you the lady's name now. So if anybody knows that lady or wants to pop it somewhere to let her know, because I got such a giddy kipper, I forgot to announce a winner. That does happen. It happens here in the UK as well, let me tell you. So we have Cindy Doman. Cindy Doman from the last live hour is the winner. I will reach out and see if I can find it anyway. So are we all excited? Oh, likes but Kat seems to share. Don't worry, Kathy, it's not a problem. Thank you, Tony, for showing us demos on Saturday. It was lovely to meet you in person. I'm much better looking in real life, Judith. Anna. I have got a herb tea all ready to go. The suspense is killing you all, I know. Right, let's get into some new products. So the first Quatre D that I want to show you is some butterflies. So Quatre D is your embossing folder, your layering stencils, your stamp, and your dies. Okay, this is quite unique, different to what we've done before, and I'm going to explain how in a second. So let's show you how the system works for those of you that might have no idea about our wonderful Quatre D. So Quatre D has layering stencils. They're all numbered, so you can't go wrong. It has the coordinating stamp with all of that lovely detail. Then you have your 3D embossing folder. And then you have your outline die. Now you're thinking, hey, that's not an outline die for a butterfly. It's not, it's two edging dies. What does that mean? It means we can do cards with half wings, which is beautiful. So you can just cut one wing and have half of a card with a butterfly wing. Totally awesome. Use them both. It'll take it out of the page. Use the left, use the right. If you don't quite connect them, you can do the ones where the wings stay in the page. So much versatility with this one. So this is your butterfly. I'm going to show you both, then some samples, then we'll get straight into a demo. Is that all right? Oh, I'm on one tonight, honestly. I could really do with a chocolate hobnob. Chocolate hobnob, I'm like crying for a chocolate hobnob. Now, these are on show tomorrow. If you buy them both in a bundle, you do get those extra discounts, but they are available as individuals as well. So if you like one more than you like the other. I do know that a lot of you, Nicola, oh, I'm doomed. I do know that a lot of you are collecting Quatre D. It has been like, I think it's 14 months since we did this concept, and I think this might be design 16 and 17. So we don't do them like every week or every couple of weeks. It's more like one a month, although this is a combination of two. They come in floods of twos, ones, twos, maybe sometimes threes, fours sometimes, but we don't do them all the time. So it gives you the breathing space if you do like them that much to collect them, because they all interchange. So the florals work with the cocktails, they work with the shoe, the fashion, other florals, the butterflies work with anything. They're timeless, aren't they? So that's the butterfly, and that's called Flutterbye, not butterfly, just to confuse you even more. So the next one I want to tell you about is Botanical Bunch. Do you know what? It feels like I haven't been on TV for ages. I've been on HSN more in the last few weeks than I have on UK TV. I know. I feel like I'm getting old. Then we have Botanical Bunch. Here we go. This one is a beautiful one, and this one we've changed it up a little bit because we like to do different every time, make them more interesting so you don't get bored. So it's not the same stencils, dies, stamps, the same combination all the time, because I understand we like to see different. So this one's a little bit different in the sense that you see these white parts here, these have no colour. So when you emboss them, when you emboss the whole design, this part here is stenciled and coloured beautifully, but you have that detail underneath that gives you the appearance as if you have two designs going on. It's totally unique and it's breathtaking, honestly. And let me show you the samples in a second. But in this one, you get 13 pieces, so you do get the sentiments, one of a kind, good times, today, and enjoy. Now, if we do have any of our USA followers on right now, you can get this now on our website. And the reason we do that is because to get it to you, it takes a little bit longer. So we always make it available for our USA following first. So you get the opportunity to get it. This won't be available until Thursday. So it's on TV. If you buy it from TV on Tuesday, obviously you're going to get it. But if you want it from me direct, you have to wait till Thursday because we have rules with TV. They get exclusivity for 24 hours. So, but USA, if you like it, you can buy it now on our website. So, Botanical bunch. Shall I show you some samples? Now, I only have a few. Because it's been the bank holiday, the team have sent them straight to TV because we didn't want to get caught out and me not have any samples for TV. So let me show you the ones that I do have. They are gorgeous. So let's just show you. Right, I don't know which to show you first. So let's show you, let's do one by one. So this is the butterfly that has been done just with the embossing folder. You see the 3D in there? And this one's been done by Paul. So lovely texture and colour around there. Absolutely wonderful. That's just the embossing folder, nothing else. How cool is that? And then we have another one here. 3D'd. It's like a shop bought embellishment. Absolutely beautiful. Let's bring in the Botanical bunch. So because we have that wonderful stamp, you see how you get that sparkle in there? That's your wow powders. So you get that lovely detail in here. So the whole design has been cropped here to make this beautiful slimline card. One of a kind there. And then that is one of the embossing folders in the background as well. How cute is that? Absolutely awesome. Then there's this one. No embossing folder. Totally flat. So just stamped and coloured through. Then we have this one. I'll show you on the back so you can see the 3D. So you can see the 3D on the back there so you know how wonderful it's going to be on the front. This one's cute. Got a ton of sparkle on there, not what it shows. So you can see how if you want to die cut it out, you can absolutely do that one. And check this one out. This is the Botanical bunch in the background. And then the 3D butterfly on top. And this is what I was saying about the detail being encaptured in that 3D embossing, but not part of the stencil system. So that is a beautiful card. And if you wanted to, you could have left the one butterfly on the side and then lifted just one wing. So you could have some sparkly card underneath if you wanted to. So this is where the true beauty of our embossing folders truly show in this particular card. So ink up the paper and then you can absolutely go to town with just adding colour, texture, layers. And again, you can see how those white, traditional white pieces have now been built in and just that colour there. Absolutely beautiful. And Denise says, I love that Quattro D makes me look so much better than colouring than I am. I know, that's why I love it. That's why I created it. I want to look better than I actually am. So here we have one on some paper. So you can see it's got that beautiful shop bought finish. You know, the ones in the shop where we couldn't achieve it before without the 4-stage process. Well, now with Quattro D, we have the shop bought finish. We don't have to go anywhere else. One of a kind, that's the sentiment from the set. And then we have, look at this one. Sparkle all the way. So a panel, and then we have the wonderful Quattro D butterfly on there. Look at that. You can totally see the texture. Hopefully I can catch that for you. There we go. That's what's going to be on the front of your card. Absolutely beautiful. And then one last one here where the design's been cropped again. So you can see that wonderful embossing detail from the 3D emboss. Now, I've shown you them all with colour. I don't have one to hand that is just the embossing folder. But be reassured, they look absolutely stunning in just white. So if you are a clean and simple card maker, our embossing folders hold their own. They do not need the rest of the stages if you don't want to use them. That's what I absolutely love about Quattro D. Each element holds its own. Built together, wow. But each element on its own, truly, truly beautiful. Do you like those? You like those? Yeah, so that's just the samples that I have now. Shall we do a demo? I think we should just play around a little bit here. Sandra said she didn't think she needed the Botanical, but now she's changed her mind. Oh, you guys are so predictable. So predictable. And I have a ton of samples at TV as well, so stand by your beds, everyone. So let's do some demo. I think I'm going to do... Right, let's do the Botanical, because Sandra said she's changed her mind and likes this one now. So let's do this one. Couple of ways then. In fact, let's do the butterfly stage by stage, because we have got a ton of time. There are other things in my show tomorrow, but I really wanted to focus on these because it feels like I've not done Quatre D for a while other than festivity with rocking around with Santa. And I feel like I haven't been on TV, so I really wanted to get into inspiration rather than just showing product. But check out the website, because there are Create and Crafts website, because there's other items on my show. So if these sell out, I do have a backup as well. So I'm going to do the butterfly. We'll just do it stage by stage, and then we'll do some techniques with Botanical. Is that okay? So let's get this one out of the packet. Stunning makes by the design team. They are good, aren't they? They are very, very good. They are appreciated as well. I hope they know it. Right, so let's just show you. Mine are dirty. I have been playing, and I have been doing all of my work for TV as well. So this one comes with 5 stencils. So this is your butterfly, 5 stencils, your coordinating stamp, you get your embossing folder, you get a lot. I know it doesn't look like you get a lot, but it's all in one packet. It's an eco-friendly packet, okay? So keep it in the packet. You have a visual, you always have your QR code, and you always have what you get in your packet. No spelling mistakes. No errors. Everything is beautifully created for you to have an experience. That's what it's all about, right? The experience. Are you having fun? Have you got a smile on your face? If I've got a smile on my face, you've got a smile on your face, I'm doing something right. So let's have some fun with this one. Let's start with the layering stencils. Let's get some card. So let's go in with the stencils. So the stencils are numbered. You can't go wrong. Just make sure you follow the number system, and they are numbered on the top left, I believe, without looking. This one's numbered in the centre, and I can see why it's been done in the centre. There's not much space here. So that's number 4, number 3. Let's get them in order. 5. 1, 2. So I'm in order here, guys. Let's budge this over a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So let's just hold that in place. So I'm going to go number 1. Now, our stencils have the heart system. You can pop some ink through and just realign with the hearts. But I always just like to add it to the corner of my page here, like so. You can hold it in place with your magnets if you've got your glass mat, but equally, you can hold it with your hand. You don't need to have the glass mat if you don't want to. So pop that on there. Let's make a pretty butterfly. Now I'm going to go teal. Because we can. Because we have a few here, look, what I've already made, actually. Let's show you these ones. So I've been having a little bit of fun myself. Bit of sparkle on there. So purple on this one. Pink on this one. Bit darker colour on this one. You really can get that vein system. This one I did on Saturday with the gold sort of sparkle. So you can put sparkle paste through any of the layers if you want to. You can be really, really creative. Just have fun with it. So let's go. Shall we do pink and teal? Let's try pink and teal. Why not? So let's grab a brush. Let's grab some scrap paper. This is what I had to use earlier for my 7 o'clock show because the boys were at a match. So I was like, I had to do it by myself. I was like, oh, how great is this second show? And I'm going live with scrappy bits of paper. They're going to love me, aren't they? They're going to get a real sense of what I'm about. I'm sure they'll love it. I'm sure they'll love it. So let's go teal, pink and teal, teal and pink. Let's go teal first, hey? So let's get some teal on here. Now I just like to dusk off a little bit here so I can see the number 1 there. And I'm just going to run this through. Now I'm going to go quick on this one because I want to do both if I can. If I get the time. So I got a great tip on Saturday. If you dust off your brush in the lid, look at that. I mean, whose idea was that? It's a great idea, Michaela. Just need to remember to do it. So here we go, look. So I like to maybe add a little bit more texture if you want a bit of darker in the centre, because it's my card and I can do as I please. So I'm going to add a little bit, maybe a bit darker there. And maybe go a bit darker on the edging. So this is a great way to maximise all of your ink pads. So maybe you've only got, say, 10 ink pads in your stash. Have the confidence to layer build with the colour. You don't need 9 million ink pads. As much as we love them, I'm guilty of it myself. But if you only have 5 ink pads, you can create some really pretty cards. You do not have to have all the kit and caboodle to make wonderful cards. So that's stencil number 1. I mean, super, super easy, right? So let's move that to one side. Let's pop that there. So stencil number 2, I'm just going to line it up in the corner. But equally, like I said to you, if you wanted to, you can absolutely just stencil through the hearts like this. I'll show you. Stencil through those hearts and then realign the hearts if you want to go in the centre of a page. Totally your call. So let's just pop this up here. And let's go pink this time. Probably not going to show very well, but, you know, we'll try. Which is going to give us like a purpley colour anyway, so pink. Push this through nicely. Silence is golden. Oh. And now we have, look at the dimension. That's only 2 stencils, guys. 2 stencils. Oh, I do it so well. I do it so well. I have to pinch myself sometimes. Well, I say I do it so well. Me and my team. So here we go. Here's number 3. Now, this is sort of the eyes. You could really create that tiger type style butterfly. You know, the one that's orange and brown. Really, really wonderful with this because it has those eyes in here. So I'm just going to line this up here and I'm going to go pink in this one. So totally pink. And again, I might just add a little bit of heavier pink on the inside. So that's my first layer of the pink. And then I think I'll press on a little bit harder and try and get a little bit of an ombre in the eye. But again, you can just stencil through, you will end up with beautiful, beautiful results, I promise you. Just like I showed you if you are from our 7 o'clock show with lamination. I love anything that's going to make me look way better than I am. Look, woohoo! 3, 4. Now we need to change colour. Let's do a yellow. Let's be brave. What's the worst that could happen? Let's go yellow. Just swap out my brush. Just clean my brush because they are self-cleaning. Just take off the excess ink. And then let's do a yellow. Go line up here. And the antennas are on here as well for the butterfly at the top. So the price, I don't believe, if you are now thinking, I want to buy, wait, the price hasn't come down yet. Please don't buy them yet. The price needs to come down. So there we have that yellow halo. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I should really make that a bit darker, but you get the idea. So then number 5 is the centre of the eyes. So now we could go really, really dark and intense, which I think I might just make it a bit darker pink. So let's go with a darker pink. Just so it just doesn't take your eye. We've got a lot of colour going on. So line it up in the corner here. And then let's press on with a bit of a darker pink here. You know what as well, I might add a little bit of teal just on the edge. Maybe, I don't know what it's going to look like, but as always, no two cards are ever going to be the same, so I'm okay with it. So give me like a purpley colour, and then let's do the body. Purple, teal, teal. Look at that, his body's slightly off, but how wonderful is that? So if you took this stencil, which is these eyes here, and did sparkle paste, you end up with this sort of look here. So don't be afraid to go back. So like now, I've done all of that. If I got stencil number 1 now, brought back in stencil number 1, I could absolutely now go over this with sparkle. So then all of the veins that are in there would be sparkly. So don't be afraid to go back and revisit, okay? Because there's no harm in doing that. People think, oh, I've done 1 to 5, I can't go back. Of course you can go back. Experiment with the colour and go back. So now we need to get, so that is just the layering stencils. That is it. That is a card in itself. Do you agree? I hope you agree. So let's just change this up. Now let's use our stamp. Now I'm going to emboss this one because I'd never embossed the butterfly. So we're going to emboss together. And I'll think about the colour. I think I'm going to go metallic copper sparkle. Metallic copper sparkle. So let's take our anti-static bag. Let's get the Eureka. So just a heads up, don't forget to share. And if you like my channel, if you love the video and you're enjoying the demo, give me the thumbs up on the video, will you? Let me know I'm doing okay. That would be wonderful. So let's stamp this one out. So let's get the stamp. Now again, the stamp can be used on its own. I'm trying to monitor comments all over the world right now. And all platforms. Incredibly difficult if I make a mess. That's not an excuse, I know. Right, butterfly. So let's line this one up. So again, if you don't quite line it up, it's not the end of the world. It isn't, honestly. It's a piece of card. So let's stamp this one. And with this one, I am going to do the heat emboss. So I'm going to anti-static all over to not get any light, so the embossing don't stick everywhere. I want it to be really neat, really pretty. So I'm going to really, really give this a good old pounce down. And then we'll use our sticky ink pad. Oh, Lindsay, great question. Question, Tony. Do you know when you will be demonstrating the Create Together? So they have arrived and we will be getting them out the door later this week. So I need to give people a week to get them. So probably in about a week and a half or 2, Lindsay. I will put it in newsletter and I will put it on social media as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. The first one, oh my goodness, it's a great one. Well, the first one doesn't even cover the cost of what you've all paid. But, you know, as I say always, I'm not bothered because we're crafting together. Right, so let's stamp this out. I'm just pushing this down, capturing all that detail. Yeah, it's not been sent yet, Leslie. I'll give you all the heads up when we start getting them out the door. There is a lot to get out, nearly 1,000. So as soon as they start being sent out, I'll let you all know to keep you. Don't cheat though, no cheating. I'm going to ink it up one more time just to make sure got all of that lovely detail. You can actually see, if you look closely, how I've not lined it up great. Can you just see that line there? It's a little bit too high, but watch how it turns out. Watch how it turns out. I have sole confidence that this is going to look awesome. Craft has never been so easy. Not stamped by me anyway. Right, let's get some powder on here. So I'm going metallic copper on this one. Just take my stamp off there. You know what will happen if I leave that on there? I'll forget it for telly tomorrow. You've seen it, haven't you? You've seen it over and over. Let's just grab some paper here. Let's catch that excess. These are the cards that we did at the 7 a.m. for our lovely USA, just showing how lamination works. You all have a ton of these, I know, but I just wanted to show you because I think they're really pretty. So let's just get some embossing powder on here. How beautiful is that? That is one beautiful, beautiful butterfly. I just missed that corner there. Get rid of this. They are really, really lovely. So let's heat set this. So get your gun hot as always. Feel like I'm going to sneeze now from the powder. So then I'll just wait till my gun's hot enough. As soon as it changes, we'll follow that powder. Is that not just delightful? Just like stained glass. It really does, doesn't it? It's really, really pretty. So that's sort of like the stencils and then the stamp, and then we have our dies. Now, I'm going to show you a cool thing about this. So you have a left and a right, and I'm going to show you why we've designed them like this, because you get so much more versatility out of them being in two parts than one. One's just going to take it out of the page and you're going to be done. However, if we separated them like we did, I'll show you why, because it is quite cool. I'm just going to grab my plates here. And what we'll do is we'll just pop this on my mat. Let's just cut it down a little bit. So this is, I better cut that straight because I need to show you my idea of why. Let's just make it look like it's straight, Tony. And then, let's just pop this on here. So with the wing, I'm just going to do the right side first. So you just pop the right on, line it up, and it goes around the antenna, around the wing, and up one side of its body. My nose has gone now, I don't know why. Crazy. I'm just going to take that a little bit, just so it doesn't move up the top there. Now let's run this one through, and I'll show you why it's cool to have this sort of mechanism where it only cuts half. Line up my plates, it would help. And then we'll run this one through. And I'll show you. So then when you take this off, you have a half wing, which means if you had the edge of a card here, if you now cut this, let's pretend, you cut to the body, and cut to where it's die cut, and pretend this was a card front, you would now have a butterfly page. Does that make sense? I hope it does. You can 3D the wing if you want to. So one would stay clear on the card and one would stay flat. You could also glue this to a clear acetate to make it look like a floating wing if you wanted to as well. So there's just so much that you can do having them in two separate parts. The other thing as well is if you just have it so like now, if you took the other die for the other wing, like so, and you didn't quite connect it just at the centre parts here, if you just left it, just pulled it over slightly, the butterfly would stay in the page, leaving you this effect, you know, the colour underneath. So you could actually put a glitter card underneath, again, acetate, you could have shaker under the wings if you wanted to. So if you don't put this die, I mean, you can trim it out if you want to, but if you don't connect this one to this one, it'll not fall out. So you can have butterflies in a page that the wings are proud, but it doesn't come out of the page. I'm hoping that makes any sense, and I'll try and make it clearer tomorrow when I'm on TV as well, because I'll have to go through all of this again tomorrow. So tomorrow at 4 p.m. on Create and Craft. So let's just pop that on there like so. Let's hold it in place, get a bit more. And then we'll run this one through. So, and then let's just move this out of the way. So now, just pull that from there. There we have a butterfly that just stands proud. But like I say, if you just move those dies just slightly out, you'll have one that sits within the page. It won't cut out and the wings will just stand proud. So you can leave like an aperture behind if you wanted to, like so. Hopefully you get what I mean. Hopefully. Right, so that's not the end. So we've used the dies. We haven't got to stage 4 yet with the embossing. So let's, let me just go back to me here, just one second. Oh, just pick this rubbish up. We need to do our embossing folder now. So the embossing folder is a 6x6 embossing folder, and it works as an independent as well as the other line. Now, I'm just going to see if I can just find... So this is the card that I demonstrated earlier. That's just the embossing folder, some colour put on and spritzed with water, and then you get this look. Okay, so if you just want to play around with your embossing folder and do all of the cool techniques that you do with all of your other embossing folders, you can totally do that too. So I'm just going to 3D this now. So I'm just feeling the rise and fall. So that's going to push, this is raised and this is down. So I'm going to put this into here. Now, once you've got it lined up at the front like so, take a moment or two to do it, because this is where you're going to get that shop bought finish where they're embossed in stores. You've got your own gold foiled embossed design here. And pinch it shut. Now I know this is my front, so I would take a pen and put F for front or top or whatever you relate to, so you know that all of your embellishments need to go in this way up. So just get rid of that one. And pop this one on, like so, and then we'll just run this one through. And then look at that. I mean, come on, guys. It don't get any better. I'm so sorry. Can you tell I love craft? My goodness me. That is now 3D. I'll show you the back and then you can see. So you can see all of the dimension on the back there. So you know how raised it's going to be on the front. I mean, the body's got ridges in it. We have the lines in the eyes. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Fabulous. I know. I get fire in my belly. The price has come down on CNC, Tony. Shaz, are you sure? Are you sure? You sure? I always say wait till the live show because sometimes they're a bit unpredictable, but it's totally your call. So that's the butterfly. Shall we do Botanical Bunch? Do you want me to do Botanical Bunch? I'm watching all your comments. Beautiful. Sensational. Woo, woo, woo. Shall I do Botanical Bunch? Have you all got places to be, people to see? Or shall I carry on? No, I don't want to keep you all and all. Because I'd be crafting till midnight on my own anyway. I love it that much. But anyway. Oh, that's a yes. Yes. Oh, okay. Let's move that then. Let's create a bit of space. Come on, you mucky pup. Get tidied up. Get ready. So I'll just pop this back in here for tomorrow. Yes, please. Okay. So let's just pop my things back in for tomorrow because, you know, you've seen the story, haven't you? Pop that. Although they're dirty, I'm not precious about it. I'll clean them when I get there. So I'll just pop them in there like that. Oops-a-daisy. And my stamp. Keep them in here though, guys. A lot of companies ask you to decant by storage. I find that if you leave them in here, you'll have a visual of what you can create and it'll inspire you straight away. If you decant the product into a clear cellar bag, it's so uninspiring. Keep it in its original form. You've got the thing on the back that gives you the guide. You've got your QR. If you bin this, you've got no access or way of finding without hard work, inspirational content for this. It's eco-friendly packaging. I pay extra for that as well because I'm better for the environment or I'm trying in every way possible. The first question I ask any supplier when I'm buying something is there a way we can get around the plastic? If sometimes there isn't a way, then, you know, I have to do it. But sometimes I do ask the question and sometimes we can use better packaging just to be better for our environment. Yes, please, look at you all. You all keep me here till midnight, you lot. So don't forget to share. I'm going to do the Botanical Bunch now. Now, this is a stunner. I think we'll do something different with this one. Shall we ink up? You now know the 4 stages. So let's do, not this one. That's a new one. That's my giveaway. Don't open that. So you all now know the 4 stages. So shall we do something different now? You know what you can achieve? Let's break it up a little bit and let's just maybe use... Let's just use the embossing folder and some colour and see if we can get a really nice vintagey look, okay? So this one is a slimline embossing folder, which is different, which is wonderful. And I think what we will do is we'll ink this up and we'll run it through and see if we can create something quite magical. So first of all, let's grab a dark coloured ink pad. I'm going to go grey. Shall we go grey? Shall we try grey? See what that looks like. So I'll have a slurp of my cold tea. I keep all of my SBM packaging brilliant. You're doing something for the environment as well by not buying more plastic to decant, if that makes sense. So you're helping the environment as well. I'm really passionate about it and I'm getting really bad with it as well. My son started me off, you know, and here we go. So anyway, let's get some card. So piece of white, so the technique that I'm going to do, you can do on white card, navy card, grey card, whatever you want. For example purposes, I'm just going to go white here, but, you know, have a play, mess around, have fun. So let's do white. Don't open them all, Christine. That's cheating. And just some people do cheat. I know the cheaters and I know where they all live. Right, so let's do this one then. So normal slimline embossing folder. Now our embossing folders do cut in, or should I say emboss in, about 7 layers. So please check your manufacturer settings on your machine. Don't force anything through. Swap your plates out as they advise you to do so. I've never had one bust, I don't think, and I've never had one jam, but go by your instructions on your machine because all the machines are different. The embossing folders are all the same, but the machines are different, so you can see the detail on there, okay? Right, so let's ink this up. Now, I like to ink up both sides because if I don't like one side, hopefully I'll like the other. I'm running it through anyway, so I'm going to do it. So I'm going to go with hickory smoke, so all over. I don't think this is going to be dark enough, but do you know what? I'm going to go for it anyway. Now you can spray with water if you want to. Shall we spray with water? And then on this one, I'm just going to tap the top of that design. This is a technique that has been around a long, long time, and the results are so wow. The technique just never disappears. People absolutely love it. So get that colour in there, push, push, push. If I do it and it's not quite dark enough, do you know what? It won't matter because I'll be able to run it through again. Now I've just got a bit over there. It don't matter though if you get a bit on the exterior. So let's pop this in. Pop it inside like so. Shall we spray it? Let's spray it. We could always do one with and one without. So spray, spray. We'll see what happens. What's the worst that could happen here? It's a bit of card. And now I'm panicking in case it comes out pants. So let's pop it in, look. And then close your folder. And we'll run this one through. Get my plates. Never get bored of this technique. Are you ready? Okay. Cha 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 cha. So you can autograph it and send it to me. Let's have a look at the deboss. Deboss just looks as good. Although there's some pink on there from when I used it on my pink colour. But this is the wow factor so far. You know what? It could have been darker. We could have done it in black, I think. What do you think? I mean, just look at the dimension. It looks like a mould. Does that not look like a mould's been stuck to a piece of card? That is just awesome, isn't it? That's a grey ink pad. Now, you could do it in black and have had it darker if you wanted to. But now look at all that detail. It looks like parchment, vintage. Wow, wow, wow. So the cool thing about this now, though, is you can add some colour to this. Now, you can paint colour on. You can brush colour on. I don't think it really matters, but let me just dry it off a little bit. Either I like it on machine, that looks beautiful, Tony. I tell you, either it's a total workhorse, it never lets me down. Just start on the back. Now let's add a bit of colour to the flower itself. Not too much, not too much. Let's just get a bit of scrap paper here. So we could add, let's add a little bit of yellow, a little bit of pink. So not too heavy, because I'm going to run it back through again. So let's add a little bit of yellow. It just looks lovely in white, doesn't it? I mean, come on. But, you know. So let's add some yellow in places. Not too much. We'll go a bit of yellow. Let's do a bit of pink. You could pick up a brush and paint this in, by the way. I'm just, for speed, I'm dry brushing it with my stencil brush here. Can you imagine doing this in a brown? It would look so vintage. Yeah, Michaela, I liked it white, almost Wedgwood, absolutely. But you have options, that's the beautiful thing about it. Total options. I mean, it's Quatre D. I haven't even used 3 of the other layers. I mean, come on, 3 of the other parts. So I've taken most of the ink off, so it just sort of like picks up a little bit of the colour. You just see, just a touch. Then you could totally go over with your glitter glue, some sparkle. Well, let me just grab a quick, if I see if I've got a sentiment to hand. Here we are, look, I've got my washi tape sentiments here. Let's just grab a little sentiment just to show you how the card just needs, obviously it needs trimming. Look at that. What do we think? Very good, very good. Right, have we got a winner? I hope you like those. They are truly, truly adorable. And that looks like a mould. The butterfly looks like a butterfly. It is so 3-dimensional, I cannot tell you. In fact, I'm going to bring my butterfly back in. Which is your favourite? Which is your favourite? Have to let me know. Look, lovely watercoloured. So many options. Gorgeous. Oh, Karen's struggling to see it on her phone. Too small. Love it, Pam. Thank you so much. Both are beautiful. Rosie says, I don't think I can decide. I honestly don't. Let me see if I've got a winner. So, let's have a look. UK winner, Paula Mercer. Is Paula still on? Hopefully she is. So Paula, you need to message me address, sweetheart. You've won a Quatre D. Now, if you are from the USA and you watched the 7 o'clock show dedicated for you, if you didn't win, pop a comment underneath that live show because I pick a further winner. And then on this one, if you're not Paula, you haven't won. But if you want to pop a comment underneath this video when I've gone off air, you will win the other Quatre D. I'll pick a winner throughout the week. And then when I'm back live, I'll announce the winners. I think last time I announced about 8 winners because I was so far behind with HSN and things like that. So well done, sweetheart. You are the winner. So I hope you've enjoyed both of those shows. If you dipped your toe into either or you just went to one, it's wonderful to have your company. And again, I'll just say it again. We are the best inspirational channel here in the UK, and now we have a ton of UK followers, USA followers as well. It's wonderful to have your company. I will be back here next week, same time, 7, which is 2 p.m. Eastern time for our lovely HSN followers, and 8 p.m. UK. So come and say hello. Love to have your company. Take care, everyone. Don't forget, tomorrow I am live on Create and Craft at 4 p.m, 8 p.m, 8 a.m. Don't buy until that price comes down. I'll see you all later. Take care. Bye.